Nice. I think it's better for the stream if you're not in the same call. Because, you know. Yeah, wait.
Microphone's working. Cool. Microphone, game sound, camera. Come on, camera. Right, I'm gonna have to unplug my camera. Well, I think everything else is working, so that's good. The camera's working. Perfect. Right, everything should be set up again. I'm gonna grab a drink. We've got 5 minutes left to qualify. And then we're good to go. Someone else. I don't think I've ever seen play race before. Cash in P2, only 4 attempts between the two, and then we've got Contreras in P3 currently. Doesn't look like many GT5. Oh, doesn't look like we've got many Pragas today. Looks like more GT4. Got a couple of Pragas who haven't done any laps yet. Not a valid one anyway. The new team. There was P1 last time, I believe, so expect bigger things from him. Class currently in P3 in class. Got display is stopped on track. I'll put that's the pits. Looks like Contreras is an outlap. I don't see any fast lap for anyone. Dakash looks to be on a fast lap. He might be a little bit louder than. He might be a little louder than the. That's quieter than the game, I think. My bad. I turned it down because I was sat a little bit close to it. I'll turn it up. I didn't want it to be peaking. I can turn it back a little bit. It looked like it was peaking. Let me know if it peaks. Is it peaking? Is that too loud? Or is that okay there? It just it looked like it was peaking from what I was looking at before. And I can turn the game sound down a little bit if you'd like. Hello, let's change again. Yeah, it's alright now, okay. Just looked like it was peaking to me, so I didn't want the like crackly and horrible quality. Definitely better, cool. Alright. The cache is closed down to a 10th to P1. So potentially going to find if you can get another lap in. Potentially go find P1. See if Contreras is on this out lap yet. I need the map. 1 second. It's not on. Can I just see my team map? Yeah, we'll have to see my team map. We'll have. Why does that look awful on the stream? It doesn't work on the stream. That's strange. Never mind, we won't have that. Yeah, it doesn't work on stream for some reason, but it works on my screen. Vas currently taking P1 in the Ginetta, just gone up to oh no, sorry, P2. P2 and Ginetta. Nakayan still Nakayan? Anyone want to correct me? Nakayan currently in P1, 9 tenths faster than Gavas. He said he's struggling today. Venucci just set a lap time, 5 tenths off pace roughly, a second to 5 tenths off pace. So sort of we can expect bigger things. You read the A as EE. So it's Nakayan? Nakeenan, does that sound right? I feel like someone should jump in a call with me and tell me. Nakeenan. I'm gonna go with that. I'll probably forget it. Can't lie. 1 minute left to qualifying, so if you're not on an outlap, you're probably not going to get a fast lap in. Gavas doesn't look like he's going to be improving. Flay is in the pits. Dakash out, but currently a 10th down. Contreras also out. Kind of. I'm going to jump in a call with me, my father, just tell me how to say it. We've got Contreras almost 2 tenths up. Could find a lap time that put him into P1 here if the rest of the lap goes well. Venucci is down currently by 2 tenths. Not a good place for him to be. As he cuts the track, there's probably going to be track limit, so probably won't get this lap in. The cash is up, so this could be P1 for him as it comes to the end of the lap. Keep it clean through this final sector. Be good. 2 tenths up. That should be P1 overall for the cash. Cash takes P1. Can Contreras challenge him? Or maybe even for P2. Keeping it clean, 3.5 temps up. Should put him potentially up to P2. Doesn't look like it was a valid lap on my screen. Doesn't look like he's moved. Well, he did go faster, but doesn't look like he's moved up. Benucci goes faster, but stays in P4. So we've got Dakash, Flay, Contreras, Benucci, Olvey for our Pragas, and Nakinen. P1 for the GT4 slash the Ginetta. Gavas P2, Garcia P3. Kalupev. And P5. Still trying to figure out how to say that one. That's going to be a good one for the race. Paulat in P10 overall, which is, I don't know, I can't say anymore. Paulat in P6. Dusa in P7 and Rafal in P. Kalupev. I'm gonna have to. So people have to keep correcting my names. Dusa in P7 and it says Rafal in P6, but he's the last. Doesn't look like he's set a lap time in the Praga, but probably will challenge and overtake the Ginettas in the middle of the race. Right, let's set up. We need a good camera angle, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I need to check it does work. Let's see if we can get. Can we see it? Yeah. Right, let's go. So slow. Why are we so slow? Okay. I just took a screenshot. There we go. 30 seconds. I've managed to make the camera slightly tilted. We'll say that it's the camera of the road and blame it on that, not my casting abilities. They're perfect. Everyone looks to have a pretty clean start so far. We see Rafal at the back, just struggling, trying to overtake the Ginettas. You see Dakash lock up into turn 1. Doesn't look like we had any one switch in places for. You see Gavas and Dusa both off. Gonna have some work. Gonna have to put some work in to gain that back. We did miss that. Paulat and Garcia fighting. Paulat overtakes Garcia. Not sure exactly what happened to Gavas. Should see him working his way back up through the pack. Dakash using all of the track. Benucci's closing in on Contreras, overtaking Flay. I'm expecting big things from him. Sebastian overtaking Capuli. The streamer bot welcome you back into the chat. Now Seb slowly closing down on Garcia. Raffler closing down on LeVay, but potentially is going to go for a move into turn. What takes the inside, not close enough to make a move. Quite optimistic from him, which is going to give him a slow exit. Seems to be okay, still within half a second, but should get the slipstream. Probably won't be close enough for a move though. All of our Pragas have separated out now. Seb trying to fight into turn 1, got a looks like he got quite a good exit, closing down slowly on Garcia. Oliver, is it Oliver or Olive? I imagine it's Olive. Gavas overtaking Capulli. Kalupe, I'm gonna say it wrong. Contreras overtakes the cash for the lead. I need to not worry about what people's names are. Seb just makes a move on Garcia. We've missed all the moves. Apologies. Vinucci overtaking Dakash and Vinucci side by side. We're going to see a move back for Dakash. I thought everyone had separated completely. Dakash drops back 2 places. As you see, Paula and Seb go side by side and they're off in the grass. I think that was Garcia's took major damage as he hit the wall, and we see Dakash also drop back major damage on the rear of the car. Shouldn't affect him too much, I don't think, but he is going into the pits for... Probably going to go in for tyres and damage. Potentially quite a smart move. We've seen Dakash fight back from worse. Everything went on in lap 2. Everything. Fights everywhere. People crashing. Oh. Looks like the Keenan has a pretty comfortable lead over Seb. Looks to be I believe that's around 7 seconds. Yeah, 7 seconds lead over Seb. So Seb's going to put in some work now to fight back. Seb started... pretty sure he started down in like P4, I believe. Position in class. Oh no, he started position in class P2. I thought he started further down. So keeping it consistent so far for Seb. Gavas making his way back up into P3. So now he's going to have to fight back at Seb. That rear wing is done, yeah, it's completely done for Dakash. But he is back out on track now. Nice fresh car. Yeah, nice fresh car, repaired all the damage. Now he's going to make his way back through all the Ginettas as well as all the Pragas. Lost the first challenge for Dakash. He's 45 seconds behind. Gavas Seb fight, I imagine, is going to be next on the cards for us, unless someone crashes and spins out. Gavas taking chunks out of Seb's time. No, we see Olive overtake Filet, which is, I think Filet might have gone off because they weren't that close fighting. As we see Raffler back go completely into the tyre wall. That's going to be major damage for him. No, it was Filet. It was Filet, right? Yeah, it was Filet. My bad. Flay taking major damage. Flay into the wall. It doesn't look like it's affecting him too much. Oh no, it was Rafal. Wait, what? I thought I'd seen someone else behind. Who did I see behind them? Was it Dakash? Oh, it was Spielman. Spielman's joined. Oh, I didn't. Spielman's joined in the middle of the race. Dakash making his way back up through the Ginetta pack. Sorry, Spielman confused me. Spielman confused me. We need a mod. Let's mod. There you go. All yours. A foul back off into the tyre wall. Is this going to be a problem for anyone else? Doesn't look like he's caught anyone. Back off into the tyre wall. Spearman's caught up to him. He is 2 laps down. Gavas didn't close down as much on Seb as I expect him to. The Keenan has flown away 8.5 seconds ahead, so about a second since we last checked up on him. Gavas still a second between Seb and Gavas. Dakash making his way through the Ginetta again, back into P10. This could help if Spielman slowed up. See if Spielman can do like a couple laps down to first. Now I think if Gavas plays his cards right, gets overtaken in the right place from Dakash, he could potentially use it to his advantage. If Seb gets overtaken in the wrong, well, if Seb gets overtaken in the wrong place, it could be a little advantage for Gavas. But their pace seems to be very consistent through the entire laps. Let's look at the lap time. So lap times for Gavas 2:04.8, 8:43. Seb 2:04.882. So what, 400s between the two? There's absolutely nothing. Gavas undercut possible? Potentially, it depends how good the pit stop is. It looks like we're going to have a fight between Paulat and Garcia. Garcia right on the back of Paulat, but they're both close to Capulli. I'm sticking with it. I'm butchering it. Gavas overtaking, Dakash overtaking Gavas. Now, we need to look at the gap time here now for when Dakash overtakes Seb. Looks like he got overtaken in a bad place. Because Gavas has dropped down. He's 5 seconds now behind Seb. Potentially time for a little undercut. So you see Paulat and Garcia go side by side. Garcia covering off Paulat, looking round the outside, down the inside, sorry. Looks to be a nice clean battle so far between these two. Cinematic drift. Nice little freeway battle for P10. Seb has a little comfortable gap in between him and Gavas, but Gavas got a lot of work to do when because his lap times are very similar to Seb's. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn. Contreras comfortably holding P1 for the Praga, 3 seconds ahead of Vinucci. Flay 15 seconds behind, so it's going to be a fight, I imagine, between P1 and P2 potentially. Because Dakash is out of it. He's made his way back up to P6 though, overtaking all the Ginettas. 47 seconds behind. He was about 45 seconds behind when he pitted, I believe. So he's got a lot of work to do. But a pit stop, potentially, if he puts in clean laps now, potentially could make it all back. See if we've got a little different camera angle. Let's see how close they all are from here. And static cameras. Pit stop ahead though. I'd still say he's up for a podium. There's potential, but he's got his work cut out for him after that crash. The car's doing 152.8, and Contreras and Vinucci doing 150.4s and 150.1s. So he really has got his work cut out for him. He needs to find 2 seconds a lap. Like just for example as well, Flay's doing a 150.9. Just we got Garcia and Capulli going side by side. I've pronounced his name every single way. Garcia going for the dive bomb, drifting, sliding, and losing it as Contreras goes for the overtake. See what happened to Garcia. Garcia's lost 3 seconds. And Contreras looks to have made some time up as he's overtaken the GT4s in probably one of the best spots. He's now got a 6-second gap behind to Vinucci. They're all wrong. I pronounce it wrong. But I pronounce it wrong in every single way. It's not intentional. We'll just blame the British. Vinucci going round the outside of Paulette. Nice clean overtake on the Ginetta. We've got huge gaps now for everyone, so it's going to be the Pragas overtaking the Ginettas is where we're going to find most of our issues, as Contreras has got a massive gap of 7.2 seconds. He did win last time. I wouldn't doubt him. He's definitely got the pace. He's not far off Contreras' pace. He won last time. Oh, sorry, he didn't win last time. He won at Imola. Don't know what happened last time. I wasn't here. I'm thinking last time being Imola. But we've seen him win before. See Spielman in the pits. Pull that off. Is it going to be a nice safe rejoin? Garcia's closed in now to Paulette as he overtakes him. Garcia moving up into P11. Is Dosa going to catch Paulette as well? Three-way battle again for P11. Spielman said he's done. Flay also in the pits. I want to see where that compares to Dakash. Spielman's done. Not enough practice, setup's gone. We did see you join 2 laps late as well. It's going to be a difficult one from 2 laps down. I believe you were 2 laps down, weren't you? It was snowed in, so I was late home. Snowed in at work, school, job. Sorry, race. Dosa on the back of Paulette. We're going to see a move between these two. This is our closest fight on the grid at the moment, except Dakash and so Flay's pitted as we see Raffler off. Dakash now 9 seconds behind. Right on the back. Gonna have to see Dakash make a move here. As we see Dosa also close on the back. Dakash making it look easy round the outside. Nice clean move from the Kash. And I imagine Raffler's not going to have the pace to fight back because of that damage. Let's go back on board with Moped does not like snowy roads. Yeah, I've rode a moped on snowy roads before, and it's interesting. I didn't fall off, but it was I definitely slid around a few corners. Dosa now dropping back from Polat. I thought he was going to have the pace to overtake. Potentially could get the slipstream down the straight. You've accepted the loss. I mean, there's not much you can do when you've started from the back and you start so far behind. It would have been a difficult one for you to even overtake the Ginettas potentially. Maybe could have made it up to P5 if you just had consistent pace, potentially. But it's still a difficult one to overtake the Ginettas. Dosa now dropping back as he completely cuts the corner. Track limits means absolutely nothing to Dosa. Full send. I was 6 seconds off the pace of off pace and 8 off Finucci. Yeah, it's a difficult one. Wait, no, were you? Oh yeah, you were. Yeah, difficult one. Dosa cutting the grass, trying to find any time he can. Looks like he lost a bit of time, but he's gained a lot of it back. As they go wide, this is going to be, if he carries on, I imagine a drive-through penalty from real penalty, because they've got to have been caught 5 seconds faster than the Ginetta as well. This guy might be the goat of off-roading. I shouldn't laugh, but this is got to be a drive-through penalty soon, surely. Finucci slowly closing the gap to Contreras. Slowly. He was about 7.6 seconds, he's now 6.9. Gavas also slowly closing the gap to Seb, but potentially not going to close it as fast as we expected. Dosa now on the back of Polat as he makes a little mistake going into turn 1 potentially. Lost a couple of attempts. We've got the Pragas coming up now on the back of them, so this could either help both of them or hinder him as he slides on the exit. Gonna have to see a pit stop soon from the Ginettas, I believe. Is it a mandatory pit stop? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you have to pit. Gavas off. Gavas off track. That's a shame because it's not gonna have the pace now to catch up to Seb. He needs to pull out a miracle, or we need to see Seb lose it completely. I reckon. Their pace is so similar between the two drivers. Seb is about a 10th faster a lap than Gavas, so he'd need to pull out a miracle to, as we miss Dosa Polat overtake, but they're still fighting. We're going to see Polat, as we see Raffler has got a drive-through for cutting. Polat dives down the inside because he's got the slipstream. Dosa goes back again to try and slipstream again. Polat making a nice move. Dosa going to try and fight back. Raffler off track. As we see, is Dosa and Polat going to catch both of them? Dosa using all of the track. We've seen it from him over and over. We see Polat dive into the pits. Dosa stays out. I think he's the first person to pit. Let's have a little look. We've seen, yeah, Paulette is the first person to stop in the Ginetta. Contreras going into the pits. Is that so? Vinucci's going to overtake P1 overall, and we see Raffler, Contreras in the pits. Vinucci staying out. Maybe going to try and get a couple of clean laps in. Looks like he's got a bit of damage. Not sure if that's affecting him and his lap times. He still holds the fastest lap overall, doing a 1:49.8. Contreras just behind him doing a 1:49.9. Contreras was ahead as we see him come out of the pits in P2. So nice big lead for them too. Raffler leaving the pits. To put into perspective how fast I mean, Nakinen, how fast Nakinen is, he's still on pace with Raffler, who's in a Praga. Like, to be 5 seconds ahead of the Praga in Ginetta is quite impressive to me. I know he's crashed and done pit stops, but like, to be there is still pretty impressive. Dekash seems to, his pace seems to have fallen off. He's doing 152s, 152.5s, which isn't enough to put him on the podium. Dosa in the pits. Are these two going to be fighting on the exit? We saw Dosa and Paulette both fighting quite closely. Looks like Dosa has pitted and he's undercut him, I believe, quite massively. Yeah, he's pitted and undercut him. We haven't got any clean flights, so let's go on board with Venuti? Can't remember what a freezer pronounced it. Venuti. I butchered everyone's names. Apologies. I expected more pace from Takashi. I expected him to make his way back up onto the podium. Have we seen a pit stop from... We've seen a pit stop from Venucci, but we haven't seen a pit stop from Contreras. I think that's wrong. There we go. Yeah, we have. So we've seen a pit stop from both drivers. Venucci got the undercut. Now Contreras is 6 seconds behind. If that's right, and both drivers have pitted, gonna have to see Contreras fight back to get P1. The grid is really separated now. There's almost someone on every point of the track. He's going to set a faster lap time. Contreras going 2 seconds faster that lap than Venucci. Contreras setting a 151.1 and Venuti setting a 153.4. Potential for Contreras to fight back here, but it depends on the overall pace. – 17 minutes left and anything could still happen. I think this is the point where I need someone to talk to. Need a little second commentator. Venuti has made 3 places up so far in this race. He's up into P1, started down in P4 in his class. Contreras is up 1 place, started in P3, up in P2 currently. Oliver in up 2 places, started in P5, up in P3. Flay down 2 places. Prakash down 4. And apparently Spielman's up 9 places. Most of the Ginettas look to be rough the way they started, except for Garcia and Paulette, who were down 2 places. Gavas also down 2 places, but that could be Raffler, who's moved up. Let's go back to some intervals. Raffler overtaking Nikinen, because it takes me a minute to read it, process it, and then say it. Overtaking Nikinen for P6 overall, but a minute and 30 down on the minute 30 down. Sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning. A minute 30 down on the rest of the Pragas. You see Olivier go into the pits. So we're going to see Flay now close behind. 4 seconds now between these two. Their lap times, best lap times, looks like Flay is around about a second faster. Flay is about a second faster, so we could see close battle between these two soon. 15 minutes left, and if he's a second a lap faster, we could see a nice little battle between these two. Flay chasing down the podium. Contreras setting his personal best and the overall fastest lap time of a 1:49.7, as we see Raffler DNF disconnecting from the session. That's going to give everyone a free place. Everyone's going to move up overall, unless he can reconnect and join back. Nikinen, how far? 17. Nikinen is 17 seconds ahead of Seb. And how far is a gap to 8 and Seb? Sorry, Gavas is 8 seconds from Seb. So closing the gap somewhat occasionally. It was about 9 seconds at one point, and now it's down to 8. Not sure in the 14 minutes he's going to have enough pace to close that gap to Seb. Seb's off. This could be Gavas's opportunity to close the gap a little bit. Gavas now 3 seconds behind, 2.2 seconds behind Seb. 1.3, the gap closing. 1.2, now to a second. I was saying this that I don't think Gavas was going to close the gap at all, but now the opportunity is opened up for Gavas to take P2 in the Ginetta class. Gavas looked like he was struggling there through turn 1. Maybe a slightly different in setups. Seb seems to have gained 2 tenths into turn 1. Oh, Gavas, not overall, on his own pace. Players also closed the gap to 2 seconds, 2.2 seconds after last lap. Now down to 2 seconds, so about a second a lap. Seb's and Gavas's lap times are both very similar. Both fastest lap time from Gavas is a 2:03.4. Seb is a 2:03.6. So Gavas 2 tenths faster on his best lap. Contreras holding the overall fastest lap, but is 8.5 seconds behind. Gonna have to see a mistake from Vinucci for Contreras to take P1, I believe. Garcia overtaking Capulli as. But we've got Nikinen going into the pits. We're going to see Seb and Gavas also dive into the pits. We see Seb dive into the pits. Gavas stays out. This could be a overcut potentially for Gavas. Has he caught Nikinen? No, so Nikinen stayed ahead overall. Going through turn 1 now. Gavas only 6 seconds behind, but we could see a potentially slight difference in strategy. As we see Seb exit in the pits. Play right on the back of Olive on the back, right on the back of Olive. Play trying it around the outside, doesn't get the exit potentially wanted. Gonna have to now try and fight down the straight because he dropped back by a couple of seconds. We see Olive lock up, and that's going to give Flay the opportunity. I'm not sure, I'll have to check. Flay now fighting down the straight. It's going to be a straight up battle into turn 1. Flay seems to have made the move nice and cleanly on the straight. Thought these would have gone side by side for a little bit longer. Nice move from Flay. Back up into P3. Looks like he's made it stick. Olivier doesn't seem to be able to fight back. Seems to be dropping back ever so slightly. We're going to see him have the pace coming up the hill. Have we got a close battle between anyone else? I don't think so. Gavas slowly closing in on Nikinen. Let's see if this battle goes on. Doesn't look. As you see Flay go off onto the grass, rejoins, and that's going to give Olivier the opportunity because he's on the grass and he's not going to have the exit he wants. So he's going to be right behind him now. We're going to have to see Gavas's pit stop as well. I thought we were going to see Olivier fight down onto the straight, but it doesn't look like he's got the pace. Seb now has rejoined behind Gavas. Gavas exited the pit in front. Seb now 1.4 seconds behind Gavas as Gavas went for the overcut. Let's have a look and see if he changed tyres. Yeah, so Seb's changed tyres. Gavas stayed on his old tyres. So it's going to give Seb the advantage. As we see Gavas spinning. and already making them, the fresh tyres are already the right choices. Gavas struggling potentially on his older tyres. All the advantage gone from Gavas. Don't believe this is in slipstream range for the Praga, so it's just going to be a straight up battle of lap time. Olivier dropping back slightly each lap by the looks of it, braking slightly later than Flyers. The Cash still 25 seconds behind the rest of the Pragas. Has he got the lap time for this? So last lap he was doing 151.3, and they're doing 152.4 in front. With 7 minutes left, I don't think he's going to be able to catch these two unless they fight and spin each other out. Olivier and Flay both caught Gavas and Seb. This is going to help Olivier as he's just behind. If he tries to dive down the inside, looks like Seb's leaving him a little bit of room. Seb's leaving him a nice bit of room, but that's going to help Gavas be able to fight back. Like getting the most out of them two overtakes. Both big battles in the exact same place on the track. Well, he seemed to got the most out of it all. He's now 1.1 seconds ahead. Overtaking Seb just before turn 1 really helped him. Go on board with... Show a little bit of love to the rest of the pack, while the gaps are a little bit larger. Have a little bit, couple of on boards maybe. The Gavas now right on the back of Seb. It's closed down the gap by 4 tenths. Three tenths now behind Seb. It's going to be in slipstream range. Gavas just taking a little bit of grass. Doesn't look like it's affecting him too much. Seb just getting sideways on the exit. Looks like Seb's still faster in a straight line though, as they go side by side. Gavas making a nice clean overtake in probably one of the most difficult parts of the track to overtake in. Seb now going to have to fight back for this position as Gavas locks up and he goes on the grass. This is going to open the door for Seb as Seb goes down the inside, retaking P2. Lovely battle between these two. Olivier is closing up slightly on Flay as well, so we might need to jump back on that battle. Flay setting his Olivier setting his personal fastest lap of a 151.2. As we see Gavas just get rammed into the back of, and he goes straight into the wall, almost hits the Porter Blue. Rejoins into turn 1. Who went into the back of him? Who was this who went into the back? The Cash absolutely ruining Gavas's race. As he wipes him out. Not what you want to be seeing when you're fighting with Seb. Not what you want to be seeing. Give Seb the advantage, but the Cash completely ruining the Ginetta's race for what looks from the TV camera for no reason at all. We'll have to go back and watch that one because that was an awful overtake attempt. As we see the Cash off in the gravel. At least he does a safe rejoin, I suppose. So now we've got no close battles because Flay and Olivier have both separated by 5 seconds. Gavas has been absolutely killed by, trying to use the right word, Gavas has been absolutely killed by Dakash. Wiped off the track. Basically an execution at that point. "14 seconds left of this race," as we see Venuti slow down at the end, so he potentially doesn't have to do another lap. Slows down, so he doesn't have to do another lap, and then crosses the line. Venuti taking P1, Contreras taking P2. Absolute masterclass from these two. Absolute masterclass. Flay coming across the line in P3. 40 seconds behind. Venuti and Contreras, absolute masterclass from both of them. It's the same with Nikinen, showing the GT4s how it's done. Taking P1, 37 seconds ahead. Masterclass from the three. Absolute masterclass. Flay coming across the line to take P3. Olivier taking P4. Dakash taking P5. Nikinen coming across the line to take P1 in the Ginetta class. P6 overall. Seb coming across the line to take P2 in class, P7 overall. Gavas following him just behind. I take P3 in class. P8 overall. Not what you'd expect Gavas to be coming out of retirement, but podium nonetheless, especially after being executed by the Kash. Let's exit the race and have a little look at that overtake. I'm going to jump in the call. How was it with her? Why is it not joining me on Discord? How was your... Oh, you left. Why has Kavas left?
He rage quit.
I think he fell for the rage bait, low key.
Well, why did you execute him? Was the execution on purpose?
Half on purpose.
Half on purpose.
Because I told him I'm giving him a bump draft so they can race closer. And he just moved on the straight when I was getting close.
You're getting
Just took it like a good boy.
put on trial for your crimes on live right now. Diabolical.
It just not like
can I even geek anymore?
Did he want you to bum draft him?
I don't know. He didn't disagree.
Okay.
Cinema. Okay, good race though. Good race overall.
Racing incident now. Racing incident. He was most likely to have done
The worst bum draft of the century. This is awful. This is awful. You didn't even hit him in the center of his car.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not my fault. Yeah. Moving over.
No, this is... Did he move or did you?
He moved very quick.
No, this is your fault. This is your fault. Even if it was a bum draft, this is your fault. You just drove through.
Racing in 5 seconds, maybe 5 seconds.
Fully throw into it.
You just threw him into it.
5 seconds was good.
No, you just executed him.
Alright, wrapped up.
Any
good race. Thank you for casting. Was not bad overall, I think.
No worries. See you guys soon. Let's go have a look at turn 1. I'm gonna go to Gavas. So he's in P2. You get smacked into the back of. So let's rewind it quickly. Hello, Contreras. Good race. Well done. We're just having a look at turn 1. Because Gavas, I wanted to know what happened to Gavas. For some reason it's gone dark, don't ask me why. So Gavas gets smacked into the back of by Palat. Palat goes right to the back of him, spins him round, and then he gets smacked again. And then he takes out Garcia, maybe? Did he take out Garcia? Rejoins. Oh no, there's Dusa. Yeah, he takes out Dusa in the process. I had a Ferrari ass pit stop, lost like 7 seconds more than I should have. Yeah, I wasn't sure what happened, if you'd maybe spun or something, but if it's just a slow pit stop, stuff happens, doesn't it? I'm gonna go to... So, Seb as well. Seb had an incident in turn 1. So let's go. Seb goes round the outside, Deuces smacks into the side of him, and then cuts across him again after he's been smacked. That's what we missed. I think everything else we pretty much got. Big instance. Anything You think I might have missed before I end? I'm gonna end the stream. I think I'm gonna be done for today and just chill this evening. Anything else anyone wants to look at? I'll give it 2 seconds because I know it's delay. I think I've got most of it. The crash incident one more time. Okay. I can't deny that. We'll end it on the Dakash incident. Oh, first 5 laps, he cooked his rear wing. This is somewhere here, isn't it? Looks like a skill issue. That doesn't really capture it, that camera, does it? What's this one? What catches the grass and then catches the tyre wall? And the rest of the Prague is overtaken. Which we caught this bit, I think. Skill issue. Touches the grass, touches the wall. Any last requests before we're just doing the full replay of shame, just for Dakash. I'm just wondering any instance I might have missed. I think this is my favourite. I think this should be the thumbnail for the stream. Where's it gone? I think this needs to be the thumbnail for the stream. This needs to be the thumbnail for the stream. What do you think? That was murder. He said he was giving him a bump draft. He said this is a bump draft. This here. But he didn't even hit him in the center of the car. So he hit him like on the left hand side of the car. I'll get a slightly better picture, but I appreciate all you guys coming into the stream. Appreciate all you guys coming to people in the race. I'm gonna just a quick one. The reason I'm not streaming any racing is because I broke my sim rig and I dropped my wheel hub on my desk. So for the moment, I'm streaming Arc Raiders. Feel free to stop by. I'll completely understand if you don't. But for the moment, I'll be streaming Arc Raiders. I'll probably be back at some point during the middle of the week. Maybe do a Arc Raider stream, like a couple of Arc Raider streams. But for now, gonna end it there. Appreciate all you guys stopping by, and I'll see you soon. Bye.